America, I can solve your gun violence problem. What if I told you that I could do it while preserving the Second Amendment? What would you think about that? You'd think I was nuts. You would think I was crazy. And you know what? I very well am. But I think I have a solution for you that's worth entertaining. Now, here's the thing I need to explain. When I tell you what the solution is, you are going to laugh, and you are probably going to roll your eyes. But you have to stick with me on this so that I can explain to you why this is no joke, this would work. Okay? You have to stick with me on this. I have not earned your trust to do so, but I want you to. So the first thing that we would do is we just get rid of the gun laws that we currently have. A lot of people rightfully say that we have 140 or something gun laws on the books and we don't enforce any of them because, let's face it, the ATF is a very toothless, benign organization that's been co-opted by lobbies. The point is, they don't work. Okay, we'll scrap all of them. We will get rid of all gun laws. You can have a howitzer in your backyard now if you really want. Don't know why you'd want one, but you can have one. However, we put one rule in the books to replace all of that. One law. One single law, which I'm going to talk about now. All guns in the United States have to look like a penis. Yeah, this is literally the extent of the laws that you would need in the United States, and we can curb gun violence, I'd say by 90%. And as you can tell, this won't infringe upon anybody's ability to own a gun. It's just about the aesthetics of what the gun looks like. I mean, you can have that howitzer in your backyard, you just might need to cover it up with a tarp or something if the kids come over. The point is, this would really solve every problem. This is the way I see it working, okay? New guns that are created in the United States would be phallus-shaped, right? They would look like you know what it looks like. Anyway, the point is they would look like that. The other requirement that goes into this is color scheme. I want these to be bright. Safety cone orange. I'm thinking fire engine red and electric blue. I want something in a purple. I don't know quite exactly what I want, but it's got to be a purple. Safety green, I think that would kind of be ironic, actually. The point is that they're going to be bright and they are going to look like dicks. That's all you really need to know. Now, if you have currently existing guns, what you would need to do is just get a sleeve that would go over the barrel of the gun to give it the impression that it is indeed a penis now. See, it's actually pretty easy to implement. And it's also easy to tell if something is out of compliance. You see a gun that doesn't have this sleeve on it, you kind of go, sir, you're going to have to put a penis on that. A lot of you right now are probably looking to click off of this video. Here's why you should stay put, because I'm going to explain how this actually works in our favor for every single possible case of gun violence you could deal with in the United States of America. That's right, we're gonna go through it, folks. It's gonna be amazing. Let's start with the obvious ones. Terrorism. Okay, well, what do we know about terrorist organizations? They want to inflict fear upon the population. They want to terrorize people. They want people to panic. It is going to be kind of hard when they are carrying an automatic weapon that looks like a giant purple dick. Right? It's going to be kind of hard to be intimidating in that case. All right, everybody down on the ground. Stop laughing. Stop. Okay, it is kind of funny, actually. The same goes for mass shootings. I know there's a lot of people that will tell you that we can't really find a link between mass shootings, but I do feel like there is a certain commonality between a lot of them, that they're usually male, they're usually white, they're usually somewhere between 20 and 40, and they're usually the kinds of people that feel like the country has abandoned them. They feel very emasculated. They're small boys, basically, that feel scared by the society that they live in, and they want to reassert their masculinity somehow, and a gun looks like a really good way to do that. But it's gonna be kind of hard to assert your masculinity when you walk in with like a 20-inch long cock in your hands and ask everyone to be afraid of you. It's really not going to work very well. And they'll realize that probably before they even attempt it. Most of these people are just going to kind of go, oh, I look stupid. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Yep. Gang-related violence with guns, probably not going to happen anymore. Why? Because you really don't look very cool when you have a snub nose in your hands that looks like you just put a phallus in somebody's face. It doesn't even matter if you color code them, if you have like red and blue for like the Crips and the Bloods. It doesn't matter. They're not going to want to shoot those off because this is a terrible look for any gangster. The same goes for police shootings. I predict that we would have exactly one police shooting, and then you'll never see another one. Because in addition to the aesthetics of the gun, the aesthetics of how we describe gun violence would also have to change. So the first time that this gets written up as a report, no police officer will want to shoot anybody for any reason unless they have absolutely no other choice, which is kind of what should be happening anyway. I mean, you can just imagine the guy from Internal Affairs going to investigate this case, going over to the officer. The guy that got shot is in the car. Officer Miller, I'd just like to clarify a few things for the official report, noting that this is going to go out to all your fellow officers. It says here that you pulled out your penis and ejaculated into the suspect's face. Okay. Did the suspect show you his penis before you pulled out your penis? No. At any time, did you have reason to believe that the suspect had a penis on him? No. So, without having seen a penis at any time, you pulled out your penis and ejaculated repeatedly into the suspect's face. All right, Officer Miller, I'm going to just write this up, and you'll see it in a chain email. We're going to be circulating through the departments. Don't worry. Your name is going to be spelled correctly. It will happen the one time. You will never see it happen again. I mean, it pretty much solves every kind of case of gun violence in the United States. I mean, there may be one or two accidental discharges if it was mistaken for like a sex toy or something, but that's a very small number compared to the amount that it would stop. A lot of people are going to say, I don't want to do that, Nathan. It's going to make me look silly. But let's face it, I won't have a problem with it. And most people in this country won't have a problem with it, because they're responsible gun owners. They're law-abiding citizens that understand that a gun is a tool, not something to make you look cool. Right? I don't care what my gun looks like, because my gun doesn't determine my masculinity or sense of self-worth. Not only do I think this is a great idea, but if they ever actually implemented it, I am definitely getting one myself. I will suddenly be in the market for a pump-action shotgun. I've been meaning to get one eventually, so hey, what a great opportunity. I'm going to want it to be a nice, bright, like electric aubergine purple, right? Yeah, and it's gonna, I want the handle to be shaped like a couple balls, right? Like a squirt. And when I pump it, if a slight mist could come out the front that looks white, that would be amazing. I'm planning on calling it the Cockshot. I don't know if that's a good name. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. I would put it on my well, I don't have a mantle, but if I get a mantle, then I'm going to totally put it up there and I'm going to backlight it because, sometimes if you backlight those things, it makes it look a little larger. Anyway, the point is, that right there, without ever even picking it up, becomes the greatest deterrent to thieves you could possibly imagine if anyone ever tried to break into your house. You never even have to pick that up. Thief walks in, looks up at the mantle, sees a giant purple dick proudly displayed with that lovely backlighting, and thinks to themselves, right, wrong house, and walks out the door again. Problem solved. A lot of people are going to say that this seems absolutely ridiculous. Nathan, we're not going to do this. But I want you to think about something. When people say America is different than other countries, they're not wrong. America is different in a lot of ways from other countries, and typical gun laws that would work in other nations just simply won't here. It's not even a matter of getting them passed into legislation. They just won't work here. So why not try some wacky, strange idea that wouldn't work in any other country, but would probably work here? That seems like it would work. Think outside the gun. I mean, we always have that picture of the gunslinger walking into a bar and sticking a 9-iron in somebody's face and saying, "Boy, if you cheat me, I'm gonna put some lead between your eyes." We wouldn't think that was nearly as cool if he pulled out a penis, put it between the guy's eyes, and said, "Boy, if you cheat me, I am going to ejaculate right in your face." That is not that cool. And only like 10% of the population is going to be cool with that. Your prophecy for the day: guns don't kill people. People kill people. With guns.